Hi, we're going to be wrapping up the biology unit with a lab practical. For this lab practical, you are going to be assessed on your ability to use a microscope and make wet mount slides of samples and document what you see in the microscope using microscope photography. In addition, you need to be able to identify samples based on qualitative observations that we will provide for you. Lastly, you will have to make reasonable inferences about which of the samples were once living things. You will be individually working on a microscope, so you don't have a lab partner, and this assessment is designed to be done in one class period. Mr. Bingman is going to show you how to set up your slides next.
The subjects you're going to be using to demonstrate this mastery will include 3 samples, all of them green powders, one labeled sample A, one labeled sample B, and one labeled sample C. To begin, you're going to want to take a very microscopic amount of one of the samples and place it on a microscope slide. After using the toothpick to transfer a microscopic amount of the green powder to your slide, you're going to return to your lab station to make a wet mount of it. You'll take a small bottle of water, add just a couple drops of water to that, dropping the slide on an angle. You will place that slide on the microscope, set the stage clips, and focus the microscope at low magnification. Once you have an image at the low magnification, you'll move it to medium and then high and capture images of each. Once you have finished working with the first sample, you will repeat the process with the second sample and the third sample. Once you have placed all images in your drive, make sure you take the time to rename them so that you can keep them organized and not place them in the wrong place in the lab sheet.
The document for where you insert your photos can be found in the Biology Lab Practical Assessment folder in Schoology under Microscope Application Assessment. It also has a section for making inferences.
Once you're in the lab sheet, you should be able to go to your drive and insert an image for each sample at each magnification. Once you've completed the lab experiment, make sure that you take the time to clean up your lab station and leave it exactly how you found it.
If you choose to use one of our iPads, just be sure to clear out your pictures and sign out of Google Drive when you are done using it. It's always a good rule of thumb to make sure that you sign out of any communal devices for your own personal security. Lastly, make sure that you plug the iPad back into the correct cart as a courtesy to others and keeping it charged. We are looking forward to having you show us what you learned this quarter, and thank you so much.